Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm excited because I want to share with you one of my favorite creative ways of using junk in the garden. So I've got a bunch of seeds here and I'm getting ready to start a new bed. So I figured I'd go ahead and show you guys what I'm going to be using to create that bed. So I am a I don't like to say cheap, so we'll say frugal person. I don't like to spend a lot of money on anything. So if I can find something for the free or really, really cheap, I'll take that over the fancy pretty much any day. I think that just comes from a lifetime of not having any money. So if you have no clue what you're looking at, this is from inside of a dryer. This is the little thing that turns and spins and dries your clothes, and it's a very good size, a very good depth, great for using as a raised bed in the garden. And the best part is it was free. As part of our ways to make money, my boyfriend and I like to do some scrapping, so we've got a few people who call us when they have things that they want to get rid of. It's not always just metal or things that we could take to the scrap yard, but because we come and help them clean up, they call us when they have things. So we went and picked up 3 washing machines, 2 dishwashers, and a dryer from this lady, all for free. We were able to go and make $100 taking that stuff to the scrap yard. But before we took it to the scrap yard, I like to take washers and dryers apart to see if there's any money. And there usually is. So this last one I found 40 cents and a really cool key. But I also pulled out the drum from the dryer. I'm sure you can get the ones out of the washing machines too. I just haven't tried doing that yet. If you live in a place like me, oftentimes there's a lot of people who just put stuff out on the curb for anybody to pick up. I mean, it's out there for the trash, but if it's on the curb, it's free game. So we get lots of things, and one of my favorite things now is the dryers, because I get to find the change in there, I get to scrap it for some money, and now I get free raised garden beds. One of the concerns that someone might have is that the fact that it's so deep, it's going to take a lot of soil to fill that thing up, right? I'm going to show you how you can get around having to buy a ton of soil to fill that thing up. It's really easy. First, we've got to figure out where we're going to put it. Everything in my garden has been changed around for this season. This greenhouse is brand new. I got it for Christmas. And so all of this area used to be garden space, and I'm having to rethink everything. So first I've got to figure out where I'm going to put this, and then we'll get it set up. Alright, so I've decided on this spot, and I happen to have this black kind of thin plastic that I can use in my garden this year, because the weeds that we have are very tenacious and they will pop through any fabric, cloth, or plastic I've tried to put down here. So I've got to come up with more creative solutions for that. That black plastic, I believe, goes on the bottom of pallets at the job where my boyfriend works. He gets them for free, as well as pallets, which pallets you can usually find free anyway. But you gotta think outside the box. These weeds, these vines, this area used to be a grape vineyard 20-something years ago. There are vines that still try to come out. There's smilax, there are wisteria vines, there are wild blackberries, and they don't care about the weed cloth, the weed fabric, the plastic sheeting. They do not care. That is thick enough. I don't think any of that's going to be able to get through. At least that's the hope. I do have 2 bags of soil that I bought specifically for this. What I'm going to do is fill the bottom of this with plant material, rotting logs, sticks, stems, leaves, anything that's able to break down over time and feed the soil. Raise the floor of it up so that I don't have to put as much soil in here to start. Alright, for the sake of this video, I'm going to stop right here, but you just keep on going. You don't want to fill it too far because you do need enough soil for the plants to actually grow and set roots and all that. But I'm going to stop here. Just keep filling. The older the logs, the more decayed, the older the leaves. You put green in here as well. For example, I've got lots of these plants popping up everywhere, and they produce a lot of mass and they grow very quickly. So you could just pull this up, plop them in there. Any grass clippings or anything like that, just put them all in there. And then we're going to put the soil right on top. Alright, if I hadn't been trying to get this video done, I would have filled it up more with the sticks and stems and stuff. I got caught away from the video for a sec, but as you can see, I've still got a little bit that needs to be filled. I'll end up filling that with my compost, my chicken compost, and it'll be fine. Like I said, if I wasn't trying to rush to get this video done and show you guys how to do it, I could have done it properly. I would have filled it up more. In fact, when I took my little break, I found some more logs that could have gone in the bottom of this. But just to give you guys an idea, if you come across a dryer on the side of the road or you see it on Craigslist, it's free. Just go pick it up. All you need is a couple of tools that you probably already have laying around. Take off the outside of the dryer and this thing just comes right out. It's not hard to get out, and it makes a really great raised garden bed. My squash loved it last year. Here's another example of something found that got turned into a garden bed. I'm not even sure what this was. I pulled it out of a junk pile and cleaned it out. It already had some holes in the bottom, so I did the same thing. I filled up the whole bottom with just tons of logs and sticks and stems and anything that I could find, and then just added my soil. And this is the second year that this bed has been going. I could still raise the soil level a bit. I had planned to do that and then got too excited about getting my seedlings in the ground, so I just went ahead and put them in here. But man, these are the happiest plants. That dryer, tumbler, what do you call them? You know what I'm talking about. That's the first successful squash plant I've ever had. I've tried doing squash in ground for years. I have not got a single harvest until last year when I did it in that other dryer drum, and I actually got a full harvest of squash. So exciting. So yeah, just wanted to hop on here and give you that idea if you haven't thought about it before. Anytime I come across dryers from here on out, I'm taking those things out and they're becoming, I mean, you could paint those things if you don't like the way they look. I know they're ugly, and some people really just prefer to have visually pleasing things, but I'm sure you can get creative. I think a can of spray paint is $5–6 right now. Spray it, you could paint it, you know, put pretty decorations on it, you could decoupage it. I'm sure you could come up with all kinds of things. At the very least, paint it green so it doesn't stick out like a sore thumb, but I don't mind it. It's growing me food, and it was free, and that's the best part. Alright guys, thanks for hanging out with me in today's video, and I hope to see you again in the next one. Bye guys.